this all exactly the same? Wow,
I guess.
Jeez. Yeah, alright. Let's just go back in, I guess. Go back into your permanent home, Stella.
Good luck.
Good luck. I am thinking what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to save.
Good idea in general.
Yeah, and then I'm going to hit this one here. Pork bowl. I love Nepuya's pork bowl.
Nepuya?
Cheap. Comes with miso soup. You like it too, right?
This bowl comes with a second bowl.
Oh.
That's kind of nice. You just got a side bowl.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just a side bowl.
It's been a while since I've had miso soup. I want some miso soup.
There was a place that used to serve it near us that served, like, really shitty miso, though, right? Am I wrong? Like, really thin miso?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the mall food court.
Yeah.
Which tells you why it was shitty.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
It was in the mall.
That's all I'm saying.
It was overpriced, and I have no idea what's in that food court anymore. I think the Sbarro's is gone, so it's not worth it.
Yeah. Okay, I am gonna switch over to the real big sword.
And just kill it.
And just kill the fuck out of that thing. I want to get whatever the second drop is, just to make sure that it's not what we need.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Leave it to me. Man, it's still not doing that much.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
It's a turtle, it's defensive.
I guess that must be it, yeah.
It's really all it is.
Huh.
I miss Sbarro's. I'm sorry that I'm gonna make you
don't talk
hungry.
about it right now, it's fine.
It's my turn.
I know you miss Sbarro's, I'm sorry.
Their pizza's average, but their baked ziti is perfect.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, there was a Sbarro's near us in this little mini mall that also had an arcade. And I also miss arcades.
Mm-hmm.
All of these great things are dead now.
Yeah, they are.
Well, not completely. There are arcades, just not near us.
Yeah, there basically aren't arcades anymore.
Did we ever tell the story of how there were like 2 arcades in the mall back home? In Hawaii?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so I lived near a big mall because we were like right outside of Honolulu, so it was still tourist area, sort of. And the mall was separated into 2 parts. There's a really weird story to that. There's a watercress field between them that's a heritage site, so they couldn't remove it. The people who own it make like it's traditional, just like it. Fed by natural waters and stuff. It's like, I'm glad they're around, just, you know, some farmers. But there's a mall around them, right? Both sides of the mall have a different arcade.
Yes, they do.
Yes, that was amazing. You're not going to get that very many places.
Also, because of the distance between them, there was a monorail that ran from one side of the mall to the other one.
It was very short, but it was more of like a look at the watercress field kind of thing.
It was nice. I did actually like taking it.
Yeah. It's just like, instead of walking through the parking lots, you took a monorail. It was nice.
I think that's the first time we've run into a barrier like that.
Maybe.
That's weird.
I don't know. Huh.
I don't remember ever having seen them. And when we ran into the event, it was out here, like in the open.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's probably we never noticed.
I mean, it could be, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there was a different arcade, though, in the other giant mall.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you live in or around Honolulu. There's a bunch of giant malls to try and get tourists to come in. There was an arcade that had a bunch of video pokers and then, like, a single, I think it was, like, Street Fighter 4 cabinet, right?
Yeah.
So, gambling is actually illegal in Hawaii, which is weird for being a touristy place, but it might be why it was illegal, was just like, oh, well, it'll just make our crime rates go up or some weird shit. I don't know.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we've seen this one.
Yes. Yeah, she just throws all her toys at a thing.
Yeah, she just uses all of her toys at once.
Which looks pretty good, really.
Yeah.
Like, hitting someone with a book that has your face on it is...
Was that supposed to be her face, do you think?
I assume it was.
Because it kind of just looked like a generic, like Moe face, kind of.
Right. But it was, she had red hair in the thing. I assume it was a picture of her.
I mean, hold on. Let's look at it again, because there's a really good picture of it right at the start.
Yeah.
See,
is that not red?
No, it was somebody in like a white shirt and a tie, I think. Unless it's red in a different costume. But
Yeah.
like, I don't think she's got the big. No, she does have the stripe.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is red.
Yeah,
Huh.
hitting someone with a book that has your own face on the cover is just the most absolute star power.
A little bit.
That's pretty good. Anyways,
Oh my god, this guy is not dropping his second item. He's not dropping any items.
gambling is illegal in Hawaii.
Yeah.
But there was an arcade with a bunch of video poker cabinets, and it would give you tokens, and people were sneaking into like the back and like exchanging them for money.
Probably, yeah. I mean, there's no guarantee, but probably.
It's kind of like that thing they do in Japan where you gotta take your buckets of pachinko balls to a different building.
Speaking of, almost every single arcade in Hawaii has pachinko. That is,
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. You don't really notice because they blend into the walls pretty good, and they've always got people at them, but especially like the ones that... Like, when we were talking about the mall that splits up into two, that mall, one of them had pachinko lining the walls of it.
Did they?
Yep.
Did I just ignore them because we wanted to go play
Yeah.
something else?
Yes, indeed.
Huh.
That's
Because
fine.
we always made a beeline to the Mushi King.
Yeah, which is in a completely different direction.
Yeah. Mushi King, by the way, is Dinosaur King with bugs.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It was amazing. We've got a bunch of cards somewhere.
Yeah. And like I said, it's pretty good.
Is it my turn already?
There was it. It's been
You
10
really
years
just-
since I've
you
been to
don't
that
remember.
arcade.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
There is not only a huge population of Japanese Americans in the area I
I
was
would
from,
shell again.
but tourists from Japan show up a lot.
Yeah, they
at
do.
least as much as American tourists, because Hawaii's right in the middle of the two. So it makes sense that there would be a bunch of pachinko.
Yeah.
I never noticed.
Yeah. It's okay, don't worry about it.
Huh. I wonder
I
if
think,
that mall still has two arcades.
I think the claw machine in that mall is the only claw machine I've ever won anything out of.
Maybe.
For what it's worth.
Who wants to get
Yeah. I mean, I've won. I won something at a claw machine once, but it was for bullshit reasons. The claw managed to snag the tag of a plush.
Huh.
It was the absolute fucking 1 in a million chance.
Yeah, I think I've talked about this before. I don't know if I've talked about it on cam. But I used to know people who were exceptionally good at like shitty, fake, you're gonna lose arcade games. And I've known people who literally every time they put money into a claw machine will get something out of it.
That's so weird.
It's absolutely bizarre, and it is the weirdest thing to watch them work because they'll walk in with a garbage bag and just fill it with things.
That's how you know someone's a demon in at least one episode of Sailor Moon.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, okay then.
Straight up, I'm pretty sure that was one of the rainbow crystal monsters with some guy with psychic powers who just won at the crane games every time.
Fair enough.
I mean, I could be remembering a different arc and it wasn't the rainbow crystal monsters, which is only in the anime, not in the manga. There was some weird shit they just added in, but I'm pretty sure it was just someone good at crane games because they had like telekinesis. So basically,
I mean, it seems like a power a demon would have.
so basically, if you like encounter anyone who wins every time, get like a rock with a natural hole in it and look through that and see if they have horns.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. You also used to work at a theater that had not a crane game, but that weird barber cut thing.
Yeah, the one where you put money in and then it's like a really terrible pair of scissors and you have to line it up with the string, and they don't tell you that, but typically the machine doesn't actually work. You have to put a specific amount of money in before the machine actually can win. And even when it clamps down on the string, there's no guarantee it'll actually cut it. It'll just snip threads out of it.
Yeah, like
Which
it's
is like,
it's
those
designed
things are
not
especially not fucking real. And then there are people who, again, know exactly how to work that and will go in with a bag and win every single thing out of the machine and then put it in the bag and walk away.
to cut it. Some fucking how.
Yeah, just there are monster human beings somewhere, and that's exactly how you know that somebody is a terrifying beast.
Pretty much.
I remember the guy who used to come in. We used to have the person who would fill the machines would come in and ask if we had seen the guy who would win the machine every time, and ask us, please, can you tell him he's not allowed to come in? And we'd be like, if he comes in with a ticket, we can't stop him. That's like, we can't deny somebody, service just because he's winning at a machine.
Yeah. Also,
really don't want
screw
him
your rigged system. This guy managed to win, and you're just keeping him down.
I mean, what people don't always realize either is that you typically have somebody who goes out who's like an engineer or a stock gentleman or lady who goes out and who fills the prizes in on that. And they are doing it out of pocket. So when you see the prizes in that machine, it's because the person owns that machine and they know they're going to make a ton of money off of it. And they will go in and they will put prizes that they buy with their own money in the machine.
Really? I feel a little worse about it, but at the same time, if the demon wasn't cheating, then
that's just straight up a kill. I thought maybe I could hit him and it wouldn't kill him. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Well, if the demon isn't actually cheating, then they've won their wins. So they earned them.
And
like,
I mean, that is what happens.
Cheaper
but it's
prizes
like,
in.
Yeah, well, I think eventually that's what it's going to wind up being, is people will put cheaper prizes in, and then that means that the machines have less of a return on them because people don't want to play them for cheaper prizes, and then it just turns into... oh no, it's not profitable to keep a machine like this around anymore. And that's probably what happens to a lot of those kinds of machines.
I've never liked any machine that doesn't give you a consolation prize.
Yeah.
Which is most of them.
Guess.
When I was a kid, I used to put quarters into that thing that was just like a shovel into the pile of candy, and it always wins.
Yeah.
I was like,
I still see
suckers,
those every once in a while.
These suckers are giving me candy practically for free, and I just keep plunking quarters in.
Yeah, you didn't realize that you're spending just as much on that as you would if you had actually gone out and gotten candy.
Well,
typically even more.
If I had actually gone out and gotten candy, my mom would have told me, don't buy an entire bag of Smarties.
Yeah.
We got a plan.
Yeah, I was going to say, so I guess the thing that he drops is actually a plan. Look at that.
Huh.
So his second item was just a healing drink.
Well, you got the big sword equipped. Do any of the other big guys have
not that I'm seeing. No.
Okay. I mean, not everything in that category were big guys.
That's not a big one.
No.
That's just a pipe.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's that? Moulin Rouge. We've seen those walking around, and I just haven't beaten them enough to pick up an item from them.
Well, you're in Iris Field,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I am.
Just go kick its
There's
ass.
one, literally right... Is it not here? Is it on the other side? Right over there.
I can't see it.
Yeah, give it a second. It's not here yet. Where are you? I know you're going to show up. Is that it? Nope, that's the cat.
Well, it could have flowers
there it
with it.
Found it. After this, though, we're going to leave, because this is
That's
really
fair.
all we need.
So, who wants to get beaten first?
Wow, that one kicked the ball real hard.
Should I play with? Where's the
I'm. If there's a percentage chance of winning something and it's less than 50, I'm just like, oh, I'm not giving you my money. But I am kind of a sucker for gachapons and stuff in games.
Well, that's... Oh, okay, yeah. I was going to say, that's not really a game of chance, though. And then you said, oh, well, microtransactions, though, sure.
Yeah, I don't put money in, but I'll do the shit where it's they give you a gem every so often, and then I'll just plunk them down. It's yeah.
Yeah.
Although I will admit that I'm guilty of exchanging $10 bills for rolls of quarters, then going to a specific quarter machine in the store I work at that had keychains that I wanted a specific color of, and I cleaned that machine out, and there was only one of that color in it. And it was birthstone based, and they only had one of my month.
Yeah. Was this the big sword we had? It was, right? And then these other ones are just the bigger sort of,
I don't remember
like
now.
DLC swords, I think. I think that's what it is.
You could give her literally any of the starter swords and she'd probably still be doing okay.
Yeah, no. Well, I wanted to give her the stronger of the starter swords that we had.
Yeah, but
Just
still.
to make absolutely sure, you know.
I justified
okay.
the giant Tupperware full of keychains that I've got somewhere in our house that someday I'll just pop the chains off of them and loop them into, not necklaces, bracelets.
Bracelets. Go ahead and read your thing.
How can our Special Forces team gain more members? It is too much of a strain the way things stand.
Oh, I was gonna say, is that it?
Yeah, I figured it was one of these. Cave, is it okay to leave your job? My job? Yes, you're a member of some kind of special lean box patrol, right? I do recall such a thing existing.
Oh, God.
Is she pretending? You recall it existing? Was it really that unimportant to you? No further comment. I guess I never learned what it was, and when I think about it, I never saw any members other than you.
The Red Ring of Death.
Wasn't 5 peanut butter?
Yeah, she was.
This is not a topic you should pursue an active interest in, as you will end up disappointed. Do you just make up secret agent stuff because you know that no one can prove you wrong?
Maybe.
Oh, but I'm curious. I really want to know. I won't be held responsible for your disappointment. Despite our force's regal name, few are assigned to it.
Okay.
But that means someone other than you is stationed there, right? Since it is a department, this means there is a department manager. Is it you? Oh, so in other words, your boss. I bet they're a wonderful person. It's the Oracle,
They are
isn't
not. Yeah, it probably is.
True, although what you call wonderful may not apply here. The department manager is a recruitment specialist. When he
Oh,
there aren't very many of those. When he finds a person of interest while scouting the streets, he forces them to join.
Okay.
He forces them? But do any of the people he tries that with join willingly? If you recall, I mentioned we were nearly devoid of members.
Okay.
I see. Who else is there besides that man? One other person did join before me. Is it accurate to describe that as a person, though?
Oh,
Is
so
it gonna
it's
be
not
like
5PB, so she isn't actually a part of their group.
Is it a pillow?
I don't know.
What do you mean? It is a face, but it resembles the Leanbox console's controller buttons. What?
I don't know.
Can I look at the controller real quick? Okay, so their third member is the Discord logo.
No, it's just a square, like a sideways square.
He lacks eyes, a nose, and a mouth. What? How do you communicate with that? He responds to Leanbox on and very little else. It's just... Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just admitting that the name of the country and the name of the console are the same.
It's sort of.
He can speak with my superior somehow, but not with me. Oh, is there anyone else? If you recall, I mentioned we were nearly devoid of members.
Aww.
So it's the three of you? That is an appropriate conclusion. Do not concern yourself with this line of inquiry any longer.
Okay.
What is any of this? If you leave the department, then nobody will be left to do any decent work. I just straight up thought she was like special forces for what's-her-face, for
I thought
Chica.
so too, but it turns out it's just her, some guy who like coerces people, and a connect with a body.
Yeah, it would be a connect, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Have you heard the lore about the missing? One time, children from across the world all went missing. According to rumors, they went to a world called Gilverado?
Gilverado.
But of course, this is just a story.
Like children from around the world went missing and they wound up in Final Fantasy?
Maybe?
Because Gil, but
I don't know.
maybe not. I don't know. That's confusing. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be.
Yeah, and it's turning out more and more that Cave just says weird shit.
Yeah. I don't totally blame her for it, but yeah.
Like I'm gonna assume that she's correct about things like the
So that was the cause.
the weird Red Ring of Death
Yeah.
department, but like everything around her is just weird.
It is.
Don't sweat it. Me and my wifey stomped on them till they turned into electronic
So-
dust piles.
Oh,
it's just
jeez.
literally that ASIC
I think your
cracked
shares are
the
safe for now.
switch or whatever.
No, because the Switch is currently being held. It's that they cracked the DS,
Yeah.
which the R4 chip is legitimately a like cartridge that was meant to go into the DS, and
Okay.
it literally was like one of the biggest problems Nintendo had with piracy for like a very long time.
So this is them actually sticking to the metaphor.
Yeah. Famously, it was one of the few times. Well, I mean, okay, Nintendo gets like convinced that they need to go legally after a lot of groups all the time.
Yeah.
But for piracy, especially for hardcore, big time like hardware piracy, there is a surprisingly low number of people willing to challenge companies over that. And Nintendo actually challenged the company that produced R4s, which was in China, by the way. And they went out and internationally challenged the company, and I think wound up getting the company shut down.
Oh, okay. Although I'm sure
but I'm
that
not
just
100%
means
sure if that's even true, to be honest.
probably just means someone else picked up production of the thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Yeah.
Or they picked up some different one entirely, and it's like, it happens a lot.
Calm down, Ram. Albeit small.
So
I can
is
make a piece of
is it
shark
just
to treat
that
her with these
Rom
shares.
is just maybe has a weaker constitution and this is affecting
I think
the-
that's all
the-
that it is, yeah.
She's gonna get better.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that you could have gone with this idea.
And they're making a Sherasite pill for her to, I don't know, swallow.
Also, at no point did we go and like take a look at her.
No.
one took us into
No.
their room. Well, I mean, here she is now.
There she is.
But we didn't get a peek at her and it's like, oh, she's got a fever or she's muttering weird prophetic shit. Or,
Oh my god, Underling is fucking breaking into people's rooms.
did she just come in through the window?
CFW trick? This is
What?
just some person?
What?
My body seems
It's-
to be stuck.
Is this? It's a large man.
Is it
guess.
another robot?
It could
yeah.
be.
I forgot that you're a big dude. Why'd you want to come along this time anyway?
It's got big guts.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
I want to see what this thing looks like.
Oh god.
Show us your face, big man.
Oh no, it's just a really creepy person.
Show us your face so we can send you to jail, big man.
Okay. Well,
She
there is
just
a kid
doesn't-
sleeping, but
Does she just not get it?
I simply must see her.
No,
She doesn't
I don't
get
think
it?
she gets it.
Sleeping face.
Mm.
Oh, why must I get stuck
This
now?
this guy needs to
probably
leave.
isn't your type
Is
of
he
job, boss.
is he a robot?
Is she calling him boss sarcastically or for real?
I'm gonna guess that he's legitimately her boss.
Appropriate punishment for this.
Whoa!
Okay, I need to know what this creature looks like.
Yeah. Are we even gonna get any amount of anything? Oh god, nobody's here.
So do oracles just make
This process
Sherasite?
cannot be rushed.
Well, she knows how to do it, so maybe some of the oracles know, and maybe some of them
There we
don't.
go.
And the Basilicom is set up to do it, apparently.
Huh.
I'm gonna guess anybody could learn how to do it as long as they were taught.
Is this just people are willing some kind of physical object into existence by way of believing?
I think it's just magic, and they're solidifying beliefs into a physical manifestation.
Yeah. So
I feel it
if
should
you
have
had enough of
power
it,
to
could you
help
just
me.
make things with this power?
Potentially.
Like if you believe in guns, can you just make guns?
Maybe.
What was that? It sounded
Oh no!
This just always has so many questions, and I want to see answers to.
Yeah, I
That
agree.
sound? That's what a falling ceiling
Have you
sounds
noticed
like.
that the
Why does 5PB know that?
I mean she's a musician. She knows what sounds
It's a very specific thing to know the sound of.
I don't know, maybe it's happened before.
I guess.
Have you noticed the little buttons on her top are volume?
Yeah. I
controls?
noticed that a while ago.
I just noticed it a little bit ago, and I think it's clever.
Yeah, it's super.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
They're in a place where if you were to try and twist them around, it would look inappropriate. That's probably intentional.
They're high enough that you wouldn't look too
No,
bad.
no,
They're like buttons on a dress.
I don't mean that they're supposed to be like on her nipples.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
mean
yeah.
like that they're in a place, like they're a thing that you'd want to touch, but they're in a place you shouldn't. Go to jail.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Can I be the one to carry her out of here?
Can we personally send him to jail? Can we get like a jail.exe attack?
I hope so.
Stop it, Bob.
I hope we get to
No
beat
time
this
for you
guy
to
up.
have your
We'd
fantasy.
better.
We gotta do our thing and bounce.
I mean, if we're not gonna
Oh,
get
they're,
like
they're
a
kidnapping Ron.
Yes.
that's even worse.
How rude
Because
of me.
then they
No
just
matter.
got access to
I
her.
will tend to her adorable messy hair.
If this guy doesn't have a graphic, he's gotta be an enemy.
The voice actor doing this is like really into it too.
Well, they're
Like,
into
it's-
being creepy.
No, that's what I mean. It's like he's really having a time just doing this voice.
This creepy voice. Yeah, I'm sure it was fun.
My sleeping beauty. Look deep into my eyes.
Please stab him in the eyes. Is this gonna turn out to have been like a weird lizard monster with like hypnosis?
Again, I'm gonna guess it's a robot. Because so far we've only seen one of them that's been a stronger version of Azek, and it's just been a robot guy.
Yeah. Could be a robot snake.
I mean, potentially.
Good.
He's got some kind of weird eye power, that's all we know.
Be sure to treat
And then
her
he's
well
large.
while in your care. She is my very special guest.
I just,
Understood?
I really hope that Underling is starting to notice how bad this looks.
Or you'll
Yeah,
pass my
I want Underling when he leaves to be like, oh my god, I hate that man.
I want her to turn on
You'd
him.
be a real badass if you didn't have such messed up tastes.
Oh, she just doesn't give a shit. Come on, you've got a pipe and he's got a face.
Here
I
comes the
think.
Broad Brigade.
We know he has eyes.
You,
Yeah.
chore.
So he's some kind of horrible hypnosis man.
What are you
We're
doing
probably
here?
not gonna fight him
Wake
now.
up, Rob,
We
now.
probably aren't going to get a picture of him either, unless he's like a really big boss, in which case, like, maybe we will.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're probably
Feel
gonna
free to
get
visit over
away.
my side,
One of them, like, we're probably gonna fight Underling. And,
Hug.
She's got hypnosis eyes.
Yeah.
enemy, huh?
The big guy's probably gonna whisk her away, and we fight Underling and she just delays us enough that he gets away.
Enemy.
Oh. Oh.
Ah, she's just walloping.
Perfectly symmetrical violence never solved
It's
anything.
not perfectly symmetrical.
They're twins. Let me
Yeah,
use a
but one of
joke.
them has longer hair than the other.
I
I
know.
mean, come on.
Looks like the troop sees you as her enemy now.
Okay, so it's not what I was expecting with the idea of, oh, like they planted some sort of weird virus, but it is still, we get a fight against her and she's under villain control.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, I was kind of thinking that would have been a thing. So
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Well, we've already had to fight Ram once, so I guess fighting Rom now is the other half of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Corrupting the mind of a CPU is a capital offense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
If I care.
Should be a capital offense to brainwash anyone.
Especially a kid.
Come on,
Yeah.
Brad.
Please join our party and help us fight this guy.
Yeah, please.
Room.
I guess Rom's gonna join. Or,
Nothing
sorry,
we can do
Ram.
by
God.
chasing them without a plan.
Probably.
Shut up! I gotta get Ron back. Let me go.
Oh,
This is such a
no.
great
What
way
should
to
we do?
depict her being held back.
Yeah, she's just wiggling in a corner.
I'm not sure.